I heard a bell, but I only see one packet out. I know that's not true in May of the school year. No way. Not even possible. Our kids are better than that.
Solving those hilarious jokes. That's comedian over here. Why does it have to be supported?
It's actually hard.
Because I told him to.
I have to leave early again.
I told him keep it as cold as you're feasibly able to. Whatever money I cost you in the summer, I'll save you in the winter. We can always put on more clothes. You can only take off so much before they call the cops.
That's very true.
So, you are blue. Thursday, you're not in here. Friday, we are likely going to be doing a little bit of probability and statistics. Something brand spanking new, just a handout, pulling it out of an orifice and say, all right, what's the chance that this happens? Okay?
I don't see the things on the wall.
Yep. Took those all down. Well, I needed to take them down to pre-calc was doing a quiz. The one and only thing that I ever do where I say no notes. Yeah. And, well, literally the one quiz. Out of every subject I have ever taught, there is only one thing that I ever say kids have to do without notes. Because if you just know these two triangles, it creates the entire unit circle. If you know this one concept, you expand it out. And it's critical to them moving on to trig. So, I needed to cover them up anyway. And since I was going to cover them up, but I'm also leaving, I just took them all down. So, all right. It's the only thing I ever do that with. All right, we left off with, we're page 171, question mark. Yeah, you were gone a day. You just never watched the video. Might want to do that.
I will.
Come on.
I forgot.
Come on. Okay. So remember, this was all about, I'm checking perfect squares, left and right, at my A term and my C term. And since all of these ones have a middle term, I just got to double check. If it is the special form, do I get that middle term? We left off with, I don't remember if we did 8 or not, but I'm still going to do it. So, I look at A, x squared. I look at C at the end. And I look at my multiplication charts. Only see about half of you got your multiplication chart out. Come on. And you look down that diagonal, all those yellow numbers are our perfect squares, are 16 and 36 on that list. Yeah, they is. So, there are two ways to do this problem. I'm going to show you both. Okay? Way number 1 says, what's the square root of 16? Square root of x squared. Just x, right? So 4x. What's the square root of 36? 6. And if I were to then say 4x plus 6 squared. Oh boy. Remember, we always keep the sign in the middle. Notice that 4 and 6 both still have something in common. What do they have in common? But I'm not taking out just 2, I'm taking out 2 squared from them because they're in the squared parentheses. 4x divided by 2 is 2x. 6 divided by 2 is 3. And what is 2 squared? 4. Right? I took a pair of 2's out because there were 2 of these things. So I'm able to say 4 times the quantity, 2x plus 3 squared. So way number 1 says, yo, these are already perfect squares. I'm just going to do the thing, and then I'll see if I can take anything out of both of them. Way number 2 involves a side quest where I would break these up. I would call this 2 by 2 by 2 by 2 by x by x. I would call this 2, 4, 8, 16, 48. And I'd call that guy, come on, Frank, keep up. I'd call this guy 2, 4, 18, 36. 2, 4, 12, 36. Frank's messing me up here. He's being so slow. And I would look at what they have in common. I'd say they all got double deuce. So I would take the 4 out. And if I took the 4 out, then it doesn't look like this anymore. It looks like 2 by 2 by x, 4x squared. 2, 2, 3 is 4 by 3 is 12, x. 3 by 3 is 9. Now look at what my a and c are. 4x squared and 9. Is 4 on my list? Is 9 on my list? So what's the square root of 4x squared? Square root. Yep, you're right. So I'd say this is 2x by 2x. Square root of 9 is 3 by 3. And if I put a 2x and a 3 in the middle, what's 2 times 2 times x times 3? 2 by 2 is 4 times 3 is 12. Oh, hey, look. There's a 12x in the middle. That means I'm doing it right. So I can break this thing into a 2x plus 3 and a 2x plus 3. There's 2 ways to look at this. One of them is, I'm going to take care of it right now because they're perfect squares. And then I'll factor out by GCF whatever I have to. Way number 2 says, I'm going to factor out the GCF first, then do the perfect square thing. So, right, it's perfect square thing, then GCF, or GCF, then perfect square. You're going to do the same thing. It's which direction made more sense. Okay? Since we've done a whole lot of that GCF stuff, I'm betting that's probably the way that most of us are going to want. Frank, you slow everything up, dude. Okay. Area of a square base of a building is this. Write it as a side length. Meaning, if it's a square, then both sides are the same. If both sides are the same, perfect square. Blah, 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 blah. Do what you just did. Right? I see a lot of big numbers there. I got to make sure there's no GCF. What times what makes 4? Okay, so this is 2 by 2 by x by x. What times what makes 20? If you got to do it off to the side, that's okay. 5 and 4, can I break either of those up? So I'll write this as 2 by 2 by 5 by x. Really? And 25. How do I break that up? Just 5 and 5. No x's. All right. Look for your GCF. Do all three of them have anything in common? Nope. So that means I don't have to take anything out. Now I ask myself, are A and C both perfect squares? Is the 4 and the 25 both on my perfect square list, my yellow diagonals? Yeah, they are. So since they are, it tells me that I get to write this as thing squared. And that thing is going to be square root of this guy. What's the square root of 4x squared? 2x. Boop. What's the square root of this guy? 5. Remember, they're all just on my diagonals. And then, down the middle, whatever the sign was here, I know it was the positive 5s instead of the negative 5s, because they added together to make a positive number. That's it, it's done. Okay? So, look for a GCF. That's why we spent so much time on it. If there's GCF, take it out. Do the perfect square thing. Okay? That's it. Now, I didn't want to assign that as homework because A, I don't believe in having homework here. B, how many of us would have actually done it? Okay. Instead, we're going to have time now to work on it. Not the entire class. We are going to go on to our last section. Well, almost last. We're going to do prob stats. Last section of this packet. Okay? What have we done in the past? About half hour? That long enough? Frank. Buddy. One program should not slow you down this much. Number 10 through 23. That's about normal, right? We usually do about 10 to 15 problems. So we'll do a half hour to work on this, and then we are going to go on to the next section. All right? All right. Worky, worky. Let's just actually worky, worky.
More than a half hour, but plenty of time to work, plenty of time to get stuff done. Remember, I had to cross out the 4 8 on this and said we're gonna wiggle some stuff in here. Said that I wasn't gonna do 6 floor. That's gonna come up with our own 4 8. There's a lot of stuff about quadratics. Next point, right? There's a lot of stuff that we don't tell you. There's a lot of stuff that you don't learn even in Algebra 1 and 2 too. Next week my pre-calc class is going to find out there's stuff about quadratics that they didn't know. okay? There's a lot. So I gotta choose. What do I do to get you through geometry if that's what you choose to go on to? Okay? I know we're about half and half. I got one or two who plan on going to regular Algebra 1 so that you can get back into the mainstream of things. Because you want to get through Algebra 2 and go directly to four-year school. I know some of you are going to go on to geometry, work. Just like this class. Probably going to be in the class with a lot of the same kids again. But it's going to be geometry down a little bit. Or you're going to just business math, I think that's the other half. Just get my diploma, get me out of here, and go to school again. Okay? And every bit of that is valid. But I have to prepare you with bare minimum. So like you can go take an active placer test at tech school, so that you can go into a geometry class, and whoever run across a quadratic, you can handle it. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the nuclear launch codes for quadratics. I'm going to give you the formula that works for every single one of them. Okay? But first, you got to make sure that this went okay for us. So check yourself before you proverbially wreck yourself. Okay. Watch your signs too. Hey there, killer. They goofed up here.
No, I was not.
They goofed up here because remember you can take two out of both of them. So if I take the two squared out, you have a 5 minus 4. The book done screwed up. Okay? How we do? Each now or forever hold your pieces. Still?
On 17, I got 2y plus 12 squared.
Okay. So if you square root right now, you have a 2i plus 12, and you're right. But see that there's something that goes into 2 and 12. 2 goes in it, right? So if I take a 2 out, I have to know that I'm taking it out twice because they're squared. There's 2 of them. And 2 squared is 4. 2y divided by 2y is the y. And 12 divided by 2 is 6. So we got two ways to do this. Way number one was I do the square root thing, and I see they still have more in common. So we'll take more out. Or option 2 says I write this out as 2y. I write this guy out as 2, 4, 6, 18, 48y. 2, 4, 8, 16, 30. No. Top of their tires. 16, 48. 144. There we go. You would take out your DCF and say all of them got double groups. So I take that out, leaving y squared plus 36. And then you do your perfect square thing to this. and see how it's widened since. Right?
No matter which way, it's correct.
Yes. It's like if I ask everyone in here, all right, get a text from mom that says you gotta go pick up something at Walmart during lunch. How are you getting from here to Walmart? Like, are you doing main drag to Jackson, onto interstate over to what's that? 14, I think. Exit 14 or to Wally. Are you gonna go all the way through past Dairy Queen? You want to see if that one kid that you're scoping on is working because of you. Okay. Or cops know my car in town and they hate. I'm gonna go north on 85, get on the interstate there, and go around. Every one of those ways you're still over there, aren't you? Mm-hmm. So long as you follow the rules of the road, you're good. Yes, you can choose which way you want to go. I would also not post anyone wanted to just bring me stuff. The squares, those are pretty straightforward. Come on, dude. All right. We'll just square the thing. Easy. This is one that I didn't want to take UCF because it doesn't make sense to say 16 by x plus 2 by x plus 2. They're talking about the area of a square. It doesn't make a lot of sense for the area of a square to have length and the width and the depth. Yeah. Now you're in 3 dimensions. Okay. That's why they didn't factor out there. So. You just said 7y minus 6. I mean, they're just showing the factoring process. This is a side, right? This is a side. 7y minus 6 squared is the area. They wanted a side. So yeah, you're right. And then down to the bottom, you two come up with your own perfect square trinomial, and then tell us how are you going to do it. Okay. A big old ask. Several people in this room. When I go through your packets and I see answers will vary, you're getting a zero for this whole thing. One of you two did it. Yeah, it was first semester. I know one of you two did it. Okay. There was like four kids in this class who did that. Okay. You're gonna cheat, don't cheat. Okay. So you just come up with your own. You gotta make sure that it works though. So you pick 2 perfect squares. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. Pick easy ones. Pick 1 and 9. So if it's gonna do that, you're not using 1 and 9. I'm doing it. You do yours. Okay. The square to this guy is x. The square to this guy is 3. And we always keep the sign in the middle. You just gotta decide what you want. If I say minus here, I gotta say minus here. You remember what that middle term was when you kept checking over and over. This times this, double. Because there was always 2 of them when you distribute. So x times 3x, double it. That's my middle term. So I just had to come up with a perfect square trinomial, and then they said explain how you get from here to here. Okay. You have to have some sort of word to say, I square root the first and last terms, keep the sign in the middle, square the whole works. Okay? You gotta be able to English that. I know. So, what we doing? Actually, do I have this in the package? Did I give you more of these? Yeah, we got more to practice with. Squares. That was the last thing. We were solid on that. Those were extra easy. Y'all tell me, all this perfect square business. How's it going? A little iffy. Okay. So here's what we'll do. Right after this, it says squares practice. Bye-bye. I want you to do progress check number 4. We'll just do that. We'll practice more with these special forms. We'll just do that. Okay? No. We ain't gonna leave. We got scope on that. Keep getting it worked out very clean. I suppose it's skip day, so probably some of your friends are just sitting there on a couch playing games right now. You want to go Seniors Day. It's also a really bad idea to do it because it gets marked as unexcused, and some teachers get heady about it, and they'll do like a 500-point test quiz or something on that day. Yeah. I think that's pretty shady. Progress check 4. Let's do that. I just want to get some more practice in on this. We will start our quadratic formula on Wednesday instead. Okay? So, worky.